going on, everybody? Welcome into the Baltimore Ravens Rundown. On today's show, I'm going to tell you how today's major NFL news impact the Baltimore Ravens moving forward and their quest to win in the AFC North and sneaking in the back door of the playoffs. Before we get into that major news, knowing how it impacts Baltimore, make sure you subscribe because we have started our Week 16 sub-battle against Patriots today. And I'll tell you this right now. Their host, Brett Alper, absolutely hate him. So if you want to do me a solid, keep on subscribing to the channel. That way we can beat him. I have bragging rights forever. I can shove it in his face. And I need you guys to do me one big favor. Subscribe to the channel. All right, Ian Rapoport is the one who broke the news that we pretty much all knew last night, but made it official today. The Packers star edge rusher Micah Parsons has in fact torn his ACL and is out for the rest of the 2025 NFL season. The MRI confirmed today, and this came in a pursuit of Bo Nix last night in their game against the Denver Broncos. Went down. If you read lips well, you could see him literally signing or saying, "I'm out." And you pretty much knew from then on that it was most likely going to be an ACL tear. And he has been on a tear all season long. Look, Micah Parsons had been phenomenal. Micah Parsons was showing every single Green Bay fan that, hey, the 2 first-round picks, the money, everything you got up to get me, it is worth it. 12.5 sacks, 83 pressures, a 20.7% quarterback pressure rate for the edge rusher out there in Green Bay. So, Joey, how does this impact the Ravens? Why are you talking about the Packers? That game is not happening for what? 10 more days? Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, I hear you. Don't worry. It impacts the Ravens because that game is happening in 10 days. And Micah Parsons, outside of Jordan Love, is the most impactful player on that roster. I would possibly argue that of every single defender in the National Football League, Micah Parsons might be the most impactful, just given what he's got behind him now. We'll get into that in a little bit more in just a second. But, guys, we know that Lamar Jackson has really, really struggled, or the Baltimore Ravens have really, really struggled in protecting Lamar Jackson. And so now, in Week 17, when you are going to have to face one of the most ferocious defenders in the sport, you don't necessarily have as big as a worry weighing on. And oh my gosh, we got to keep Micah off of Jordan Love's back, off of Lamar's back. You still got to protect Lamar, but it's not as hard of a task now without Micah Parsons being there. And of course, if you can protect Lamar, everything else is going to open up for you. Unfortunately, you just have not been doing that very well. And even though he put up better numbers against Cincinnati Bengals, you still really didn't protect him very well. You let up 4 sacks, 9 quarterback pressures. Guys, they sacked him 4 times and 18 dropbacks. They pressured him half of every single dropback. And they only did it by blitzing 27.8% of the time. And they did it without Trey Hendrickson. Okay? Now, there has been a massive step down, or there will be, in production for the Green Bay Packers. Now, your best edge rusher is Rashan Gary. Then you get to Kingsley Enagbare, and then you get to Lukas Van Ness. Well, Rashan Gary hasn't had a sack in 7 games. Kingsley Enagbare honestly might be playing the best out of all 3 on this list, and Lukas Van Ness has pretty much consistently been out with injury since Week 6. And then you go into their interior, and Devontae Wyatt, also out for the season, who was having a phenomenal season for the Cheeseheads. That game, 11 days from now, is going to be so big. And they're missing their 2 best players on their defensive line. And you are a team that if you can run the football and if you can protect Lamar, you're going to put up as many points as possible. But of course, still 2 weeks away. You got to get through New England first, and you got to round things out with Pittsburgh. We are not at the point where we can look ahead in this season. You got to take things 1 week at a time because every single game counts. Big time. Right now, you're sitting with a 41% chance to win the division. That's how you're going to make it into the playoffs. If you beat New England, that jumps up to almost 50%. You beat New England and Green Bay, that's at 56%. You win out, you're in. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Steelers could win every single one of their games except Week 18 against the Ravens by 100. If you win out and you win every game by 1, you're in the playoffs. And that Week 17 game against Green Bay just got a little bit easier on paper. Be honest with me. In their final 3 games, the Ravens will go blank and blank. What do you think? Gage, what do you think? Gage thinks 2-1. I might give you 3-0. You give me something down below in the comments. Don't go anywhere. Coming up on today's show, we got some news from John Harbaugh's press conference, injury stuff, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the game tonight that's going to kick off in about 2 hours between the Steelers and the Dolphins. But make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, and make sure you guys are checking out our awesome friends over at PrizePicks, the awesome sponsor of today's video, because it's the holiday season. It's the best time of the year. Get to spend time with family, but it's also best time of the year for sports. You got bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once. So while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there is one place and one place only where it feels good to be right, and that's PrizePicks. My wife coming into this season could not even name 4 pro teams. Then we started playing on PrizePicks, and now every Saturday night, we're breaking down who she's picking for her lineup. It's the most exciting way to watch football. PrizePicks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. On PrizePicks, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose Flex Play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. Here's my PrizePicks lineup for the college football playoff games this weekend. I got the more on Trinidad Shambles, 1.5 passing touchdowns. I had the more on 2 quarterback rushing touchdowns. Ty Simpson, John Mateer, they're going to be going at it on Friday night. I think they both find the end zone with their legs. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. We thank you, PrizePicks, for sponsoring today's show. The link to that promo is in the comments and description of today's video. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. So, unfortunately, Adam Schefter confirmed and John Harbaugh also confirmed that the MRI today for the torn ACL of Teddy Buchanan, it is as we thought it was last night. And this is a really big blow to this team. Now, after yesterday wrapped up, we didn't really expect to get Teddy Buchanan back, but it's just tough to see it in writing, man. It sucks. Teddy Buchanan was having an unbelievable season. And I said it last night. I'm going to say it again. You saw the potential, the ceiling, the athleticism after you drafted him, but I don't think anybody expected Teddy Buchanan to be as big of a contributor this season as he was. I mean, he just took over the starting role from Trent Simpson after like week 3. He's going to be missed. He's really going to be missed. On a defense that's had some highs and lows, some ups and downs, and needs as many good players as they can. Brian Wacker tweeted out about Ronnie Stanley and Chidobe Awuzie that John Harbaugh confirmed in the press conference. Ronnie Stanley is sore, does not sound serious. Chidobe Awuzie's foot injury is also not serious, but will be evaluated during the week. Both those guys, pretty much same thing. Not long-term, not to be concerned for the rest of the season, but their status for Sunday's game against New England is in question. You're just kind of have to wait and see how things play out this week, see how well they heal, see how they feel, but that's a big break for Baltimore as well. Look, you're not at the point where you can afford to lose any of these guys because you're not at a point where you can really afford to lose any of these games. It's going to be crucial. Having your left tackle, having your cornerback who's been playing really good football this year, it's going to be crucial to have everybody. It's also going to be crucial for Miami to sneak out a win tonight. So what we need, number one, 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers, he's got to freeze in the cold. Now, I get it. Aaron Rodgers is used to playing games in the cold. He played his career, won his Super Bowl as a Green Bay Packer. So cold weather is nothing new. But do me a favor. Ask your parents, hey, do you get colder now than you did 20 years ago? I guarantee you that answer for Aaron Rodgers is yes. Number two, speaking of playing in the cold as a quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa has to break the cold curse. He has been horrible in cold weather. That's got to change tonight. Devon Achane has to play tonight. At the current recording of this video, I believe, Gage, he's still questionable to go. Look, I need him for my fantasy team. Miami Dolphins are going to need him to win this football game. Jalen Ward would love for him to not play. He went questionable with an illness, so hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's not okay enough to play tonight. And then you need primetime Pittsburgh to come out. They're 0-3 in primetime games this season. That has to continue. Miami, we're putting all our eggs in your basket. Do not let us down. Don't let me down and follow me on social media. Joey Petersen on Twitter, at Joey Petersen on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn on those notifications. More than anything, though, make sure you check back in tomorrow. We're going to react to tonight's game tomorrow morning. We're going to get your preview later in the day. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope to see you guys there.